It's
Yep.
really hard to get into flow when when everything's outside of you. When you
Yep. And
take
I've
that,
definitely felt that before.
right,
Yep.
and that's just, and the opposite of flow is poor performance. It's just pain, right?
Yeah.
Because so if flow is that high performance state that we feel our best and we perform at our best, the opposite, like diametrically opposed to that, is when we feel our worst and we perform badly. You're
Yep.
going, oh yeah, I've been there. That's when I've tried too hard, or I've been externally motivated, or I've focused on all the outsides. But when you have that internal locus of control, flow becomes much, much easier to get into because you have that
Yep.
autonomy, you've got the sense of control, you've got all of those really rich flow triggers around autonomy. And so then you can start learning about yourself. And I think that's the exciting part about powerlifting, because then you're always learning. It becomes a lifelong thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Although I feel like for me, I feel like I was learning a lot up to the point that this then became a like very intrinsic process for me. And
Yep.
so I think it's not so much about like not learning and learning and like separating them. But I think there is a level of learning that needs to be done before you can actually reach that sort of like actualized
Yeah.
state of who you are as an athlete and
Yeah.
what the
You need all
sport
the
can actually do for you.
pieces in the puzzle box before you can put the
Yeah,
puzzle together.
yeah. And it took me years to get all the pieces of the puzzles.
Oh yeah, and you're going to be
Yeah.
collecting them for another 30, 40 years
Yeah.
as well. And
Yeah.
the puzzle changes, and the puzzle
Yep.
is in four dimensions, unfortunately. Well, no,
Yep.
fortunately, because then it always gives us something to come back to.
Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely. There's always that growth opportunity. You're never going to stagnate so long as you keep sort of persisting.
Yep. Yeah, I tell people all the time about this Henry Rollins essay from, I want to say it's 1992, somewhere around there. That's when I was getting into lifting, and he talks about how the bar is his like anchor point, because if you put 200 kilos on a bar, it's always 200 kilos. And what changes is how you feel that day. It's not whether the
Yeah,
bar moves
absolutely.
fast or what, and which is that phrase that I hear everyone using at the moment, and it just kind of grates on me. They go, "Oh, the bar moved like this." I go, "The bar didn't move.
No, no,
You
no.
moved,
You moved like that.
right? That was you doing that. That wasn't the bar. The bar doesn't care. The bar doesn't give a shit. The bar is an inanimate object." Um, yeah. So I get a bit ranty there, but I think I get ranty about it because with that mindset, you can never get to that deep state that you've
But you're
obviously got
always
to a lot,
blaming something external to you.
because it's
Yeah.
outside. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that
Although
deep
I
state,
feel
I
like
think,
you
is where it's
can
at.
go, I think you can go too far down the air, like the path of like, okay, well, everything around me is the same, and therefore I must be the problem,
Oh
as
no,
opposed to, yeah.
everything around me is also changing, right?
Yes.
So that, what is that whole, nobody stands in the same river twice, because the river's different and you're different as well.
Yeah.
Um, but the bar stays the same. The bar is the
The bar
same.
does. The bar
That bit
sinks to the
doesn't
bottom of the
change,
riverbed.
right?
It's
It's
there.
all yeah. Yeah, interesting. Do you train by yourself or in a group?
A little bit of both. I think maybe recently I've sort of stepped back from treating the gym as like a social environment and more treated it as like a retreat for me.
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, and I think that's changed a lot, very, very acutely for me in just yeah how I'm treating the sport
Hmm.
as more of like a blessing and an opportunity for me rather than something that is weighing me down and something that is trying to defeat me and something that is, like the sword and the stone. It's challenging me and I have to rise to that challenge. It's like, no, it's I used to look at it like that, as a way of like validating who I was and what I was worth and having to overcome what was there in front of me. And now I just see it as an opportunity. It's a playground for me now.
Ah, it's a playground. Okay.